The whole squad is straight up frozen in shock seeing that familiar face. Nobody expected their former hero to make a comeback looking like a total villain from a horror movie. Everyone on site was losing their minds. Even Demon King Ramaga was feeling himself, getting all emotional while checking out his new body. He's low-key flexing about how top-tier this vessel named Rio is, though he did complain that time hasn't been kind and it's a bit worn out compared to its prime. At this point, young Guy finally puts two and two together and realizes he was meant to be a backup soul container. He's completely terrified and tries to bail immediately to save his skin. But Ramaga just hits him with a legendary look of disgust. He tells Guy straight to his face that his noob-level skills aren't even worthy of being his trash can, let alone a vessel. After talking his trash, he delivers a single blow that sends Guy face-planting into the dirt. The Demon King then drops a chilling birthday wish. Since it's Guy's 15th birthday, he's going to grant him a special opportunity to celebrate. Next thing you know, the Demon King flicks his wrist and starts chanting. Massive waves of dark energy explode outward, literally rocking the entire city. Finally, all that malice gathers together and forms a massive floating castle, hovering menacingly in the sky. After laying down the law, Ramaga drops the final ultimatum. You've got a 7-day deadline, kid. Either grind until you're strong enough to be my vessel, or find someone else to take your place. Fail to deliver, and I'm straight up deleting this entire planet. After talking his big game, he turns tail and flies back to his wicked palace. The demon generals were scratching their heads at how extra their boss was being. They were like, wait, why didn't we just finish the combat right now instead of dipping? Yamato, feeling the heat, starts running his mouth and challenges them to a rematch. But before his brain could even process the words, a demon general teleports behind him and Musashi, unleashing a single blast that sends both of them flying like birds with clipped wings. Over on Kaido's side, he was getting served a massive L just the same. Guy saw the chaos and tried to jump in for a final stand, but the demon Sasuke was already looming behind him like a ghost. He didn't give our protagonist a single second to talk trash or pop a skill. It took exactly 1.1 seconds for Sasuke to punch Guy into the dirt. Sasuke flashed that trademark villain smirk and teased, "You brats don't have a shred of wicked power, you've got zero chance of winning. Better savor these last 7 days of your pathetic lives while you still can." After the battle, the squad basically dragged their broken bodies back onto the train. Nasty was busy reporting the massive L they just took to the higher-ups. But the big bosses were losing their minds over that giant wicked palace hovering in the sky and the fact that Earth is scheduled to be deleted in just 1 week. Nasty straight up shut them down. "Everyone just chill. That's not happening on my watch. We've already got a plan to buff our armored warriors." No sooner said than done, Nasty tracked down Miri to ask for a huge favor, finding Shion. She reached into her pocket, pulled out a high-tech USB drive, and told her to hand-deliver it to him immediately. Meanwhile, the trio Kaido, Yamato, and Musashi were sitting around in total despair. After that massive psychological blow, their morale was officially at rock bottom. Their former hero just pulled a 180 and became the Demon King. Their big brother Ryuze just bit the dust, and their own power levels were straight up trash. Honestly, they didn't even have enough buckets to hold all that sadness. Musashi is basically on the edge of a total mental breakdown. The guy is straight up throwing a tantrum, crying about how he doesn't want to log out and just wants to live a quiet, low-key life until his time's up. Kaido is on the exact same wavelength. He's completely shook and can't handle the thought of watching his teammates biting the dust again. It's just human nature, right? When things get too real, people start looking for the exit button. So, the whole squad loses their edge and wants to quit the game. Zero desire left to swing a sword. In total contrast, our protagonist Guy is still out there grinding like his life depends on it. The kid is starving for a power buff so he can punch the Demon King's lights out and get revenge for his ride-or-die brother, Ryusei, who just bit the dust. While he's deep in his feelings, the training dummy suddenly pulls a Transformers move and shifts forms. Guy is frozen in shock and misses the block, taking a direct hit that sends him flying. Lying there face down in the dirt, Gay suddenly has a flashback to his younger days. He remembers how Ryuze once went through the trouble of designing a custom, high-intensity training program exclusive just for him. The whole point of this training program was to force Guy to look deep into his own soul. The moment it activated, the scenery pulled a total 180, dragging him back to square one. All his past sins and karma started replaying in full HD, no censors. After getting served a massive plate of L's and getting shredded round after round, Guy finally had a breakthrough and realized the truth. Just as Guy was about to log out for good, Yamato and the squad managed to track his coordinates and found him. Kaido was absolutely floored by the intensity of the training, wondering why this dude was literally torturing himself like a maniac. That's when Guy got real with him. He confessed that back in the day, his toxic father figure Ramaga had brainwashed him into believing that humans were nothing but useless, heartless monsters who existed only to destroy the world. For the longest time, Guy actually bought into that trash ideology. But the second he saw Ryusei bite the dust, he felt a real physical ache in his heart for the first time, a pain so deep it hit him right in the gut. After surviving this training arc from hell, he finally understood the sheer weight of the despair felt by every victim who had their lives stolen from them. Right as the whole squad was drowning in their deep feelings, the train's alarm started blaring like crazy. Kaido yelled for everyone to log out and get back to reality to check VAR and see what kind of chaos was popping off. Suddenly, a familiar voice cut through the noise. It was Shin. He showed up rocking Ryusei's relic gauntlet, casually flexing that he had already boxed up and kidnapped Nasty and Mirai as hostages. Guy and the boys were completely flabbergasted, faces full of question marks, wondering why their supposed friend was playing such a dirty game. Shion boldly announced his plan to start a brand new armored warrior squad, trashing the current team for having noob-tier skills and fighting like they were just tickling the enemy. He teased that he was basically rolling out the red carpet for them. If they lost the solo match, they could just pack their bags and quit the ship out of the game and free from their guilty consciences. But if they somehow managed to beat him, he considered joining their team. Though, he made sure to drop the location on them. Their chances of winning were a big fat 0. The 4 of them were absolutely heated. Yamato, being the hot-headed brat that he is, jumps out first to kick things off, trying to chant the spell to summon his armor, but he was straining so hard he almost got a hernia, and nothing happened. That's when Shion smirked and gave them a reality check. He had already hacked the server and changed the settings. Armor was banned. It was strictly a hand-to-hand brawl in skin-tight suits. And don't worry, he added, I'm following the same rules. All 4 of you better jump me at once so I don't have to waste my time. Yamato is the first one to charge in, absolutely seeing red. While they're trading blows, Shion flashes back to the secret files Ryusei passed down to him. First, there's Yamato, a total hot-headed brat with more muscle than brain cells. He's impulsive and immature, but his battle spirit is off the charts, especially when his emotions take over. His damage output becomes absolutely god tier. Next up is Musashi, a high-speed agility build who's a pro at using projected weapons. He's got that unwavering justice energy and a weird knack for being the heart of the team. Then there's Kaido, the squad's tactical genius. His brain processes data at warp speed, staying calm while carrying the entire map. His interface is cold as ice, but his operating system is pure warmth and loyalty. Finally, the main event, Guy. Shion glares at him as he charges in like a moth to a flame, mockingly asking what he's even fighting for. Resistance so you don't end up as a vessel? Shion taunts. As they get face to face, Guy barks back that his power level has officially evolved. He's done fighting for those petty, noob-tier reasons. Whether he's turned into a vessel or not, Old Man Ramaga is still planning to delete the Earth. Guy's only goal now is to shut him down and end this pointless war so his teammates' blood isn't spilled for nothing. That's his new ideology. Shion curls his lip in disgust, scoffing at how a guy with demon blood dares to preach about morality. But Guy shuts him down with a razor-sharp comeback. You've got it all wrong. The second Ryusei handed his legacy to me, I officially became a real-deal armored warrior with a lifetime warranty. The squad was left absolutely speechless after hearing that high-level verbal combat. Kaido's group finally had their talk no jutsu moment, realizing Guy was speaking nothing but the facts. If they tucked their tails and ran now, countless innocent people would be left to suffer. Guy's speech straight up refilled everyone's energy bars and reignited their passion for the grind. The whole room erupted, cheering like they were at a championship final. The solo match between Shion and Guy was also reaching its endgame. Powered by a massive flashback buff, Guy finally slipped past Shion's guard and landed a mountain-shattering punch right to his ribs, sending him face-first into the dirt. A convincing W for Guy. After tasting the floor, Shion just lay there, thinking about their brother Ryusei who had already logged out for good. The crew piled on, demanding Shion keep his word, no backing out after taking that much heat. And so, with a legendary handshake, the Samurai Armored Squad was officially reborn. The team headed back to report to Big Sis Nasty and Mirai, announcing that the squad was back and more useless than ever as a joke, of course. Nasty then dropped a major plot point. To defeat Ramaga, they need the legendary Emperor Battle Armor. But to get it, they have to track down a kid named Jun, who holds the key to the forge. The gang rushed to his location, but when they arrived, oh boy. Instead of the cute kid in the photo, they found a shut-in dude who looked nothing like the profile picture. And that's a wrap for episode 6. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next drop. Peace out.